Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Commentaria's Magic Stream on today's Sunday, March 30th, 2025. I'm, as always, Grandpaws. Big Cheese is out of town for this week.
I'm Arcat, and
I'm Big Cheese this week.
Hi, Big Cheese.
Big
Glad you
Cheese
could
this
make
week.
it. Yes, hi, Big Cheese this week. That's true. Wonder where Ivory went off to.
Dead.
Dead and or dying.
Well, he's gonna miss all the fun, because, boy, people are cranking out ideas for tournaments that are still months away and expecting us to fix them.
That's
Why are we doing this?
So that we don't have to build our own decks for an event that's 2 weeks away?
You know what? I was gonna be like, because we wanted good games, but that's much more sinister. I like it.
Yeah, no, that one checks out. That's about right. I still have absolutely no idea what I'm playing at Babs tomorrow, but I certainly will in 2 weeks because our stream schedule demands it.
I mean, you show up with an empty deck list.
I
like
could.
Everyone else?
It would be bad. I think people would be angry, but that's okay. Anyway, yeah, we're dredging this one up. Haven't done a deck doctor in a long time. I think when we looked, the last form submission had been in 2021.
The last one we did was for New Dawn release.
Man, it has been a little bit. Well, no time like the present, I suppose. There's new formats. The existing formats have rotated. Rules have been partially adjusted since then. I think we didn't have the going... Well, no, I guess we did have the going second rule by the time New Dawn came out, right?
I think we were testing it. I don't think we had codified it.
Okay.
I have to go look.
There's quite a bit that has changed since then. Supplementary sets and a whole new generation and all kinds of stuff. And it's got several of you pretty excited about the different things that you can build with. So we're going to take a look and see what exactly people are messing around with in terms of deck ideas, where they'd like them to go, and if we can help you get there. As a reminder, this is all subjective. We're not here saying that this is absolutely the best way to build a deck. At least 99% of the time, we're not going to say that. But we've asked people to submit their current lists, how competitive they are treating the deck, the archetype for the deck, any important cards or interactions, and then kind of a brief description or notes that they'd like to add.
I'd have to actually go look. I don't remember how long ago we did some of those changes. So yeah, there's some stuff has happened in the intervening about 1 year. Yeah, it's about 1 year.
All right.
So what do we got first?
Well, I think we should probably just go in submission order here.
I agree.
And math is hard because I was about to say the wrong one. Yeah, okay. So this one comes to us courtesy of Diamond Song. It does not have a title. And this is supposed to be a semi-competitive farming list.
Okay.
So I think we're off to a good start here. We have... Is this 14? 14 things to beat up?
9,
Instead of
10,
3.
11. Yep, 14. You're right. That's good. You got some movement. You got the dodgy shopkeeps, a little bit of resource support here as well. Diamond's notes on this one were, this is a really rough list of something that they'd like to run at Continentals this year, since they can't travel to other PonyCons right now. Everfree is the closest they can get. They're open to the possibility of adding other colors. They know Smithers ran a deck concept similar to this at the last Everfree and added pink in addition to blue. And I actually was reviewing that list earlier when taking a look at this one. So before we start moving cards around here, let's talk about what makes a farm deck successful. Ara, you already pointed out one thing that got us off to a good start, right?
We have enough villains. Maybe not by feather standards, but enough villains.
Yeah. We've got 14 epic troublemakers here. That is good enough for the purpose of core, anyway, to be fighting. What are we missing? Flash B Queen.
Which is dangerous unless you account for what it can get to.
Right. And I think one copy of Sprout, and otherwise that's it?
I think so, yeah.
So that's pretty decent. Another thing that farm decks generally like is additional methods of point acceleration if they can manage it, right? To help close out the games even faster. Especially in core, this is important. When you can run 20 or 21 copies of Epic Troublemakers, it's not as bad in Adventure. You're more likely to have a consistent turn after turn after turn. 14 is a good number, but there may still be some droughts here, so if you can get some extra points, all the better. And you've got some here. You got the 3 dodgy shopkeeps, which is pretty good for the extra points. And Misty, I believe, will also allow you to score a point when winning a face-off.
Yes. If she wins the face-off, exhaust a score point, I think it.
Yeah, exhaust, pay 1, score a point.
Mm-hmm. And
there's
you get a token if you lose, so not bad.
Right, not too bad at all. Now, other things farm decks really like having. Ways of guaranteeing a face-off win. Most farm decks are going to be sitting here playing with their main as the primary character that they're going to be keeping at problems. At the very least, I would say blue farm decks have a tendency to do that. And because of that, your main character is often not going to be enough by themselves to be able to win that face-off. So we need to find other ways to help. Consolation prize? That's about one of the best options you could have.
Rainbow Laser's not bad either.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a little used blue one, but one that is still valuable. Full mobilization, right? It won't see play in aggro, but it will definitely see play in some farm, at least as an option to guarantee that win. It costs you a lot of cards, but it is cheap, and you can go as hard as you need to. If your opponent still has an extra trick left, you can put 2 high flip cards in your flip zone. Most colors are going to rely on.
Well, you've also got Beat the Rush, which is going to be important if you need to get more support up there, or perhaps your main between problems.
It's a good point, right? A lot of decks will either be playing cards that allow them to move at immediate speed, like Beat the Rush or Tactical Maneuver, or cards that themselves can be played at immediate speed, like Hasty Friends, to get an extra body over there. Or you're just cheese and you just throw rubber chickens at problems until they go away. Looking here, there's a good amount of disruption that's present with the tactical maneuvers, and of course the epic troublemakers. You got 6 villains that are here, you got 2 sprouts that can wipe a board. You do have some Misty Bright Dawns and some Phyllises for this Frighten package. In terms of a baseline option for blue, I think that you can definitely do worse. But I also think we can do better. What are your thoughts?
The only card here that I think we could definitely do without, I think there's better options, is Twitch. I don't see Twitch helping out too much here.
I would tend to agree.
I do see why Twitch is included, like the cheaper movement of Misty to a problem, but it's 1 power. You're not going to get much benefit from the chaos text. And
the chaos text doesn't hurt. Like, I see what's going on here, because you've got, where did you go? So tactical maneuver doesn't work with a main, right? But it does work with Twitch. And you can use tactical maneuver with Twitch to get your main and Twitch to a problem. So it's another immediate speed movement trick.
This is true, but if we want an immediate speed movement trick, and one that synergizes well with Misty, why don't we just run Pastry Crest?
Do you think it's worth keeping the tactical maneuver around?
I
Yes.
think yeah, absolutely. I think tactical maneuver is still good. If for no other reason, because blue is kind of in a tough spot for immediate disruption right now. I think that tactical maneuver loses value when Twitch is not there, in that you can't use it as effectively on your own cards. But I don't think it's without a purpose, as 2AT, Sepakli attack was being run by Seleno farm decks back before rotation, right? At least some portion of the time. And if not Sepakli, then stop fighting.
Okay, and I don't think the frighten, unfrighten that tactical maneuver does is... it's running Phyllis, so that is kind of important.
So that's the thing, right? Is you've got 3 card slots dedicated to Misty, 3 to Phyllis. I understand the property damage. You got to have a method of dealing with resources, and property damage is probably fine. It's good to have some bodies. And Shopkeep, yeah, that's a low flip as well, but you're dedicating a lot to this frightened value engine that is really tanking your flip average quite a bit. Between Misty, Phyllis, and Twitch.
Oh yeah, this bimodal power distribution is kind of sus.
You've got almost twice as many cards at 2 power in here as you do cards at 6 power. And full mobilization really wants you to also have cards that flip high innately so that you can go ahead and put them into the flip zone and not have to spend that many cards to guarantee the win. There's kind of this other awkward thing going on where you've got a snack stand in here, and snack stand in Misty aggro would play well with this Frightened package, right? Twitch, Phyllis, Misty, Rainbow, all those work fine. But if the low power Frightened Disruption package here is already bringing down the farm strategy, then Snack Stand itself is also a low flip, only flipping for 2. And without Snack Stand in there, you do need to find some other method of getting enough resources to synergize with Dodgy Shopkeeper, because you only have Consolation Prize and Snack Stand as it currently stands. And beyond that, Light of Your Cutie Mark, while it is a great value card, you're spending 3 action tokens. You can make the argument that it's good for the disruption in there, but that second mode of pay 2 less to play your next card this turn, there's probably not that much that farm is going to be doing in the main phase, especially because Misty often is not going to play the aggro style farm because she's exhausting after every face-off, either for win more with points or for, consolation with action tokens.
We have consolation down here.
So I think there's a few things in here that could maybe be switched around if you wanted to stick this with mono blue, and that's probably the easiest thing to do for now.
Well, so there's a package here where we should probably kick. Well, so here's the other thing. If you get rid of dodgy shopkeeper, what that means you don't necessarily need to find a replacement for snack stand that's a resource.
That's true. So we should probably take a look at what the blue resources are and say, is it worth actually running dodgy in here? Blue or no requirement, right?
Okay, let's stick some pastry crusts in and we'll see if those go away later.
Sure.
Oh, that's right, I can't use the drop downs.
Dodgy is when you play. Probably don't want to be running Citywide Shield.
Bottled Dragonfire would be spicy.
Bottled Dragonfire is exceptionally good with Misty. That's a great point, Ivory.
Every time she exhausts, you draw a card. I like that.
I
Yeah,
like that a lot.
all right.
And it flips for 5. Yeah, that's really good. Good call.
If we're sticking with mono blue farm, I don't know what we would take out, but I would really like to see Rutherford in here. The big Rutherford that has hasty reveal for troublemakers.
I agree. Card advantage off of Rutherford is so good, and having a big bomb threat that you can drop, and also a friend that you can get some extra synergy with tactical maneuver is very good. I think Rutherford should absolutely be in here.
Looking at that Frighten package, I think if we're looking to trim it down, I would say cut the Misties, because that one you have to retire her to Frighten, and that doesn't really help much since you want to have bodies to help where they can.
That's a good point. Phyllis gets some repeatable value and works well with the villains that you would be running, and also works well with Bottled Dragonfire, right?
Yeah.
So does property damage for what's worth. So yeah, those are pretty good too. So maybe drop the Twitches and drop the Misties.
Well, are we getting rid of the snack sounds?
I think so.
The only
Because the one, if we're considering getting rid of shopkeeper, oh no, that doesn't matter. That's fine.
Yeah, I think we can get rid of Snack Stand because Shopkeeper already doesn't benefit from Snack Stand, apart from the fact that it's a
Resource, right?
I do think, as spicy as it is, if you're in Blue Farm, which is one of the most efficient farms in terms of action tokens spent, might not be the worst idea to have a couple Crystal Bright Houses in here.
If you want to keep the resource count up, keep in mind we're still 3 cards over the line, so we should probably find something else to remove before we get too happy.
Well, I'd ditch the Twitches.
Yeah, okay, you want the Twitches gone? Alright.
Yeah, I think so.
Bright houses, huh?
I think Bright House is worth considering.
I mean, at worst, it's a 7 flip. And it's a resource you can play for free to get dodgy. And it exhausts for Bottle Dragonfire.
Does Bottle Dragonfire just care about cards?
Or is it friends? I can't remember.
Characters.
Okay, so never mind on that point.
But you've already got your main for bottled, so like you're at no lack of cards that will exhaust. And how are we in terms of events? Rainbow Laser, Tactical Maneuver, full Mobilization, Beat the Rush, and Light of Your Cutie Mark. We're at 15. Light flips for a lot, but it's pretty expensive. Are there any other events here that would really be that much more exciting? Wanna Bet is not bad, but is a little greedy. Riled Up is for readying, which is kind of fun.
Oh, you do have other ways of readying stuff.
Mm-hmm. Don't need to get prepared. We probably don't need Cold Draw.
I mean, Riled Up still wouldn't be too bad, because that does work on Misty.
Yeah, you just need to have another blue friend in play. Because it's the 4 rec.
I mean, sure. But looking at this, like, it readies so you can get additional shots off of Misty, and it's competitive. Like, this is not bad for a multi-use card.
That's true. With Rutherford alone, it's enough, right? And you've got the... Oh, we don't have Rutherfords in there. We need to add those.
Okay. You want the big boy?
The big boy.
Yeah.
There's the boy.
Alright. So we're over again. So, especially if we're thinking about adding something. Were we thinking the Misties?
Yeah, take out Misty, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then where are we at for resources right now? We've got Consolation Prize, Bottled Dragonfire.
Just the two. We can go add some
Oh, the...
bright houses.
Yeah, the Bright Houses.
You want two?
Yeah, let's put 2 in there.
Animoy asks, not so much on the friends. How about some bottled Rutherford's Lair? No,
Grogar's Lair.
Rutherford's Lair. It's Rutherford's now. He moved in and smashed.
I think Grogar's Lair would be really, really key if we kept the whole Frightened package in there. The synergies of that are all great. It's not bad even with Phyllis by itself, and it does flip for 4, but we're leaning really heavily now on that 4 rec, and it does kind of scare me. Between Dragonfire and oh, we haven't added the extra event yet. Riled Up.
Yeah. You want some of those?
I don't know. How many cards are we at right now?
52.
52. Okay. What are you thinking, Ivory?
Riled Up tends to be more, at least when I'm playing Blue Farm, it tends to be more of a sideboard choice. I'm not sure.
Depends on how much orange we're actually running into, right?
Yeah, it's basically to get around all the exhausting that orange does.
What's the friend list right now? Dodgy, Phyllis, Pastry Crest, what else? Rutherford and
Property
Rainbow?
damage. Yeah.
I'd say... Alright, how about this? We're 2 cards over. Let's drop all 3 of the Light of Your Cutie Mark and 1 copy of Beat the Rush. And we'll add just one Beat the Rush. Hear me out on this one, right? How often are you going to need to move 2 bodies here? Rutherford has Hasty. Pastry Crest has Hasty. Property damage is going to be exhausted. Phyllis, probably exhausted. Shopkeeper, 2 power, you going to put it up at a problem?
Hasty.
Hasty Crest. But if we do it like that, right, and get the Riled Ups in here, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 events. We're sitting on 8 resources, 14 troublemakers, and plenty of friends. There's at least a pretty decent likelihood that you can get the Shopkeeper to fire. I'd like to see more resources, but what can you do? Maybe the Grogar's Lair is correct. Maybe Animoy's right on that.
Well, like we said, this is suggestions. Maybe this isn't the way you go. Maybe you mess with numbers. We haven't looked much at the problem deck.
Foolish is correct.
Foolish, buckball, method overacting, rules technicality, and stunning expose.
I do not think you need to start with Buckball here. I don't think you really gain any value out of Misty being at 2 power on her boosted side, because the very first thing that you're going to do is to get her flipped over.
Do you think we should start mystery?
No, I think we should start tactical. Or not tactical, I'm sorry. Harsh accusations.
If we're not using any other colors, yeah, harsh accusations is probably better.
Do you want to kick the buckball out for a mystery then?
I like mystery as an additional problem in the deck, yeah. I think that's not bad.
Find a troublemaker.
Or a dodgy if you have
Or a rainbow laser.
all other 3. Or rainbow laser.
That's true. Rainbow laser pretty good. Or consolation prize, that's pretty good.
Yeah, okay, there's enough. Okay, what's our entry situation look like here?
The entry situation is we're going to flip Misty.
Get a troublemaker down. Start blasting. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can... If you've got a Phyllis, you can at least bootstrap, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You're just maybe not going to have a whole lot of fun with that first face-off, because you're going into it probably alone.
Yes, but you'll be able to flip her on turn 2 and still have 2 action tokens left. That's not bad. And you might have 3 action tokens left if you...
if you lose.
Well, either if you lose or if you go second, right? Because you'll play a troublemaker for 1, and you'll move Misty for 1 with Harsh. That's not bad.
Yeah, the power histogram looks better.
We're over 4. We're passable.
Yeah, I don't like all those 2s, but there's probably not a lot we can do about that.
The full mobilizations will help with that a little bit. We've got more manipulation of the flip zone, and the consolation prizes will also be nice. I think the only other thing I'd really like to consider doing is dropping Stunning Expose for moving out. It synergizes very well with some of the Frighten that is still left there within the deck. Alternatively, Rookie Mistake, but we're never going to be able to confront Rookie Mistake, so...
That's the only reason I was not thinking that one is, at the very least, you can confront everything, but Rookie Mistake, not so much.
I kind of am less so... You know what? I think, while rules technicality is a fun problem, there's not enough guarantees for disruption in here to stop the opponent from sniping it. And we don't have a whole lot of friends that are going to be helping us to confront. In fact, we have no 3-power friends in this deck at all. Which means you'd need either a Rutherford guaranteed or Misty and 2 other friends to be confronting rules technicality. I don't think this is a rules deck. I think we drop the rules, we drop the stunnings entirely. We add 2 moving outs, and then we bring both Harsh and Mystery up to 2 copies each. What you think?
I think I like that a lot better.
Because Harsh does continue working if it comes up again later, doesn't it? Yeah, okay.
Yep. Unless your opponent somehow forces you to have more than just blue.
Nice.
What, like Plurite?
Well, so the same concerns apply to moving out as apply to...
No, they do not. Yeah, the opponent can get the bonus off of moving out, but they're not going to immediately score it for the first confront.
No, I'm not worried about that. You're complaining about the confront numbers on rules technicality, right? Because you still...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Because you still need Misty and 2 friends to hit moving out, or Rutherford.
This is true. I care far less about confronting and moving out than I do about getting its ability. And I do care far more about either confronting rules technicality first or at the least being able to stop the opponent from doing so. And I don't think we're in a great position to do either.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just saying you're not fully out of the woods with the confront yet.
Agreed. And that's fine. If we never confront moving out again, I'm not going to be as concerned by it because it does turn tactical maneuver into an aggressive disruption and a free move, in addition to every one of our villains potentially triggering a move on our main.
Yeah.
And Foolish Argument is just OP, as we've seen.
Yes, like, whatever.
You run it if you can.
Moving, Harsh, Method, Mystery, and Foolish. Got some more friends, a little bit more card types. Let's take a look at the list. Histogram's a lot better. Just as many 5s as there are 2s. Flip average 4.3. A little bit of low rack. Yeah, and I think there's other things you could do. If you really wanted to double down on Misty's ability, you could be running How About You as an additional source of disruption for opposing mains, but look at the haste. We added 6 hasty friends.
Which I already like.
Right? We got extra card value coming off of Rutherford and Bottle Dragonfire, and that's historically been an issue for Farm, is keeping its hand full.
And you're definitely going to run into that problem with full mobilization, so you're really going to need that.
Oh, that's a great point. Bright House gives you an alternate win condition if you end up stonewalled. The problem deck is going to be supporting your AT efficiency. Yeah.
And you got dodgy shopkeeper possibilities. This seems well-rounded.
Yeah, I think this is probably a good place to start. Is it less aggro? Sure, but it was, Diamond requested this as a farm deck, and I think we've definitely moved it more in that lean. Plus, you still get to play Phyllis, and Phyllis still tilts people.
It tilts you.
It does tilt me.
And you still have aggro possibilities. It's not like you're completely out of options there.
True. Ara, additional thoughts?
I'm currently just hoping that I can get the URL because OBS broke some things.
Uh-oh. Do you need me to get the URL?
Yeah, if we want this, we'll have to transcribe it later. I cannot get the URL for this right now.
I can fix that while we're going on to the next one.
Because they broke the ability to push this button, so I can click this all day, but it doesn't do anything.
Now I will try and get the thing updated once. In the meantime, what is our next list?
Wow, none of these buttons do anything. Amazing.
Next one, I think, was a last-minute submission? Maybe not last minute, maybe I just didn't see it.
Who's that?
I think it was from Golden Note.
Ah. Okay, I've got the URL, Laura. And it's there in chat. Let us know when you're all set on the next one, Aura, and we'll move on to Golden Note. I know you're messing with OBS still.
Making sure I don't drop something here. Okay. Golden Note. Okay. I believe this is the correct list.
Ooh, we have Harmony.
Right.
Yes, that is the correct list.
Is this full harmony? Oh, it is full harmony.
This is harmony. We have chillaxes.
Okay.
So, Golden Note wants to build a semi-competitive aggro, with the keynotes being that Brandon Pagano and Golden wanted to come up with a different deck idea. Golden wanted something with Bluna, and Brandon wanted to experiment more with how to potentially abuse Nightglider. Golden's thing about the deck is he wants to see if he can make it faster to get more Nightglider tokens onto the field.
Nightglider tokens.
Well, that would explain the blank flanks.
That's just the phrase Nightglider tokens.
Does this terrify you?
This concerns me.
Okay.
All right. So before we get into it, what are we starting with here? So blue yellow, Bluna, Pegasi shenanigans.
In harmony. So day shift is legal, chillax is legal, and you have access to some older stuff. Starting problem, I believe, is trading traditions.
Mm-hmm. Works very well with Cloud Chaser and Flitter. Obviously, that's a nice one, and Featherweight as well. Not bad to have.
Yeah.
Eager is dumb.
All right, so we're off to a good, by which I mean dumb start.
Right. Now, it does mean that Bloom is going to take a little bit longer to flip, just because we are running trading over Harsh. I think that's okay. I think the value in either getting an Eager Friend down or getting an early CC and Flitter down, if you're going to run Bluna Yellow, I think you have a stronger argument for trading traditions in that deck than you do even with Bluna Pink nowadays. I think trading traditions supports the yellow one more because of some of the value you can get out of it. So, good job. I've looked over this list a couple times. I'll give you guys my thoughts, and I'd like to hear yours. There's not a whole lot I would change here. There are a few pieces that I think can lean into the meme of getting Night Gliders a bit more, and a few events here that maybe aren't necessarily as important. But otherwise, it's pretty well constructed.
I agree. The only thing, and you may disagree with me on this might just be a preference choice. The high speed infiltration. I think since we are in harmony, you're going to pay the same amount of AT. We should probably just make those into identity thefts.
I agree. Identity theft was one of the cards that I was going to sit here and suggest adding.
All right. Oh, well, hold on. Let's get the tape cutting reel out.
Now, it's worth noting
This
that
is going
Golden...
to be funny because it's going to like getting put into harmony mode.
Right.
It has to spawn the entire rest of the game's cards.
Nah, it's fine.
Well, it's dangerous because of stuff like this, where if a card doesn't load, I have no recourse, and I can't manipulate it until I have the card.
Right. Golden did say they wanted to know any faster ways of getting Nightglider tokens out. Is Xerox a Nightglider token? No, but high-speed infiltration also doesn't produce Nightglider tokens by itself, so by that standard, yeah, this is technically faster for getting more Nightgliders.
I mean, you actually are creating a... Actually, let me read Identity Theft's text before I finish that sentence.
There we go. That one's
Okay,
larger.
so it just copies the printed abilities. So you actually have a 1 power stronger Night Glider by using Identity Theft.
Correct. Is pretty good.
I don't think we have anything else that really cares about the fact that those tokens are floating around. So blank flanks gets you one set of them, because we're not running, what is that card? It's pink, so it doesn't matter.
Dip. Correct. We're not running dip. And we could splash white to run herd, but
this already has this. Okay, so I don't like that.
I don't either.
Because there's, assuming trading traditions, you have 3 yellow cards that you can play off of that, and if you lose the trading tradition, you're down to 1. This has no other entry.
What, into yellow?
Yeah.
So this actually has well, it has more than that. Solo Mare's ability will work if you have no friends in play.
Okay. Sure. But this looks to me like this is a compromise just to get any kind of entry if you're in a bad place, because I don't think you want to be playing this card otherwise.
Playing Solo Mare, correct. Yes. Solo Mare is just, if you have it in your opening hand, it's nice entry. And otherwise it's dead.
Okay, can we do any better?
This is Solo Mare?
This is Harmony. Can we do any better?
Yes.
Actually, what's this thing's story for resource removal?
It is, what do you call
Rampage.
it? Yeah, that one.
It's got Rampage. Rampage is fine.
It's got Rampage. Okay. Do you wanna go talk about some? Oh God, what is that card even named?
What, the horror? The horror?
No. What's the? Where is it? It's the not technically yellow resource that
Not technically a yellow resource.
So I'm immediately looking.
Stupid thing. Fluttershy Seabreeze's flower. Here we go.
Oh. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
But GP, we need to ask the important question here. Can we fit Bottle Dragonfire in this blue deck?
I really want to, but I don't know if we have enough exhausting to make this happen. The only thing we have right now is Rainbow Dash is Cloud Chaser and Flitter.
Yeah.
I don't think we can fit it in.
Probably shouldn't go in here, but
it would be funny. Okay, so do we want to swap the Solar Mares out for the flowers?
Yeah, I think Solo Mare going out for flower is probably better. I mean, so it is important to know, right? Solo Mare's second ability being put into play
is relevant. Oh, yeah. Well, it is a body, so it's relevant for Bluna, but
it won't help you flip Bluna, because Bluna is when you play.
Right.
In fact, is it even relevant for Bluna?
Like if you're just playing it, then yes, it's relevant. That's my point. Is if you pay the 3 and put it into play normally, then yes, Bluna cares, and it is a body in that perspective. Like that's the trick.
We can do better. We can do better though. You're right, absolutely. Because putting it into play won't trigger Bluna's boosted ability either. So like it's just worse. We can do better.
What? I'm trying to see if there's anything like really old in Harmony that would be funny.
Let's see, and then the other maybe concern is if somehow Bluna ends up on her boosted side, you don't have any friends, you, I think, have nothing to bootstrap into blue.
If she ends up on her boosted side and you have no friends? Or if she ends up on her start side and you have no friends?
You know what I meant. Start, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's no... Okay, so you're playing a bit of a dangerous game here. Like, in order to get off the ground with her, if you don't... You need one of your handful of yellow pieces to do that. If you only have blue stuff, you're not going to be happy. So there is a risk of having a just really bad startup here.
You want to throw some loyal ponies in?
Maybe. What are 51? Were there two of those? There must have been two of those.
There were 3 solo mares, so...
Where did the extra card come from?
I do not know.
Oh, there were only 2 high speeds.
Yeah, we're running 3 of those, though. We're running 3 Xeroxes for sure.
All right.
I think we can safely drop the Rainbow Connection. That is such a greedy win more card that is very, very funny in exactly one format that I can think of, which is Marks in Time Limited, especially paired with Orange. And outside of that, I don't think I'm ever going to want to dedicate card slots to it. It is a great limited play, but ooh boy.
But if we're in the realm of Harmony, surely we can do better.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We've got... I'm sure we can find something else to cut. So let's get a couple of loyal ponies in here. You want 3? You want 2?
You get the 3 loyal ponies in here. Worst case scenario, we'll play it and move a Night Glider up, right?
It's still a body. It still triggers Bluna. It still goes Neum.
You want to drop 2 Terrified Screams and see where we're at? We still have Scary Story for some disruption. That's the one that just shuts a character out of a face-off. Whereas Terrified Scream sets their power to 0 for the entire turn.
Backwards, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Drop the Terrified Screams, keep the Scary Stories, I mean.
And now we're at number, all right?
I know the Save the Days are a meme. But you know what? I like it. I don't care. Is it anti-synergy with Night Glider? Kind of. Night Glider wants to go for the single easiest to start face-offs that you'll ever have. And Save the Day makes that virtually impossible. But I like it.
Okay, so we're doing Bluna and two yellow friends?
Maybe
one, because we've got enough. We've got anthems in here. We have annoying quantities of anthems.
We have Shellac. We have the most broken anthem. Actually, for that matter, let's drop a Cloud Chaser and Flitter 2 on the team, and let's get Chillax up to 3. We're in Harmony. If we're gonna play Harmony cards, let's play Harmony cards. You know?
You want to go hardball here? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, right? It's banned in every other format.
Well, if you're allowed to run a card that's been banned, you should probably do that.
Yeah, the Penny Lane mentality.
Oh, but no! Look, we can Chillax and then Xerox.
And copy Chillax.
Yes, that's rude.
I mean, I suppose if you really wanted to change Save the Day to something, it would just be Surprise Takeoff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because yes, it is a meme, but you have to have blue and you have to have yellow, and you can't use Chrissy, which probably not going to be a big deal, but
I like to Griffinstone. I like rules technicality with Bluna. That's a nice one. Bring out your vest.
Do we have enough disruption for that? We've got Scary Story. Because remember, we're probably used to thinking about this in terms of mono blue or blue pink, and I don't think we have the kind of disruption that I really want to see for this. Like, yes, we can probably get to it first, but
we're also going to be the one that's bringing it out because we're going for face-offs with Night Glider.
yeah.
All right, let's drop the rules technicalities for the surprise takeoff then, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's a bit too spicy, I think.
You're right.
I don't know why I'm even attempting to find this. I don't want to play with the filtering. That might break something.
I think you also dropped the wrong problem.
Well, unfortunately, I can't do anything about that.
Just search by name.
I don't want to do that lest it break the filtering. Remember, if I have to reload this, it's gone.
I'm building it here along with you. It's okay.
Okay, we got the save the days back for the memes.
Or the memes. Because it is cute. I do like it. I have lost to that card before being abused, and you know what? That's good.
I mean,
People
you probably will be able to. We haven't even mentioned that day shift is in here too, so it's not like you're not gonna have the ability to move things up to the problems.
Right.
And the Agile's cute, because if you have to, you can maybe shove a Night Glider around. I don't think that's going to be relevant, though. Can we do better than surprise takeoffs?
Probably not.
I don't think so. Surprise takeoff is really good.
It's only 4 rec to confront. And a 2 bonus. Thing's kind of crazy.
Without... Do we want to... We have enough yellow. We could look at Rookie Mistake. I don't think that's really worth it, but...
Rookie Mistake. Let's... during a face-off, pay 1 less.
I don't...
Probably not.
I would say no, because we're not going to play a whole lot during a face-off, except maybe Scary Story.
Yeah, okay. How about going further back into Harmony? What's going on here? It's a Twister? I don't think that's relevant.
I was looking at some of those problems, but I don't think that's worth finding room for them.
Yeah,
I think the problem deck as we have it here is probably good. Animoy says, what about dilemmas?
What about dilemmas?
I actually don't think we have room for dilemmas here.
I would love to play dilemmas because we've got the day shift thing going, and obviously that's just insane. You could drop the CC and Flitter 2 on a team, but they are technically free movement, which is good if you're moving, like Chillax or something.
And they're calming, which everyone forgets about, so know that you're going to get benefit from that.
I don't think... This is... High-speed chase would be an option, but I don't think we want that. So there is some room to tinker with the problems, if you want.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here that would really be that crazy. No, not without the dilemmas. This is good enough for now. Like we said, it was already in a pretty good place. Should there be methods around troublemakers? Yeah, probably. But, whatever, figure it out. If you're in Harmony, most people are going to be playing combo anyway, and if they're not playing combo, they're probably playing an aggro like this. Or they're playing... What even is the farm deck in Harmony right now? Is it still
I don't think it's changed.
It's Flash V Queen or Mono Twy, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Probably. We're leaning in on the Night Glider meme here anyway, so It's fine. Like, blank flanks and Xerox would clearly be the first things being dropped in favor of some dilemmas here, but you know what? We gotta have some fun. So
Yeah, so it's essentially this is somewhat lacking in disruption that you normally would have got out of Pink's, doing pink things.
but you're gonna go a lot faster and be a lot bigger because of yellow.
Yeah. So it might be worth realistically think about some unsats maybe.
Well, that's the thing about Harmony is you can go insane trying to think of all the cards that you need to have disruption for, or you can just say, I'm gonna go fast enough that I don't even have to worry about it.
Yep, is true.
Yeah.
Do you need me to link the URL for this one?
Yes.
Okay, I think I've got everything here. Foolish trading, save the day, bring out your best surprise takeoff, Griffinstone.
Well, back to view mode. Okay. Here is what we're looking at.
CC and Flitter. Let me see where we're at. Yep. Scary Story Raccoon, Blank Flanks, 2 Bits, Sea Breezes, Pegasus. Hang on. Call in Xerox. Oh, up to Lex. Okay. There we go.
It's held here. The video will be stable enough that you can rebuild it from just the image if you have to.
Okay, there we go. I think we maybe got time to look at one more. Technically, we're pushing it, but whatever. We're having a good time.
It's fine. One more. We can always pick this up on a future stream.
That's true. Keep submitting. That list is still open. Also, I'm having a good time doing this. We haven't done this in a while. I like this.
Okay. We got one more?
We got one more. Let's do Tom's.
Tom wants a competitive list.
Okay. All right. We're going pink.
Okay.
Pink.
I already see Still Partying, so I'm pretty sure I have a good idea what the deck wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Competitive combo. Still Partying is the sole listed interaction. And then there's a note about maybe wanting to splash orange.
Yeah, maybe splashing orange for Rocktorate. And that, yes, this was the deck he's submitted to Invitational.
Oh, so we might have some first-hand experience with this, is what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So. Let's look. Here's the Earth. It's chilling. Let's look and see where we're at. First, I know Tom gave a reason for it. Tom, I'm going to be honest, I don't think it was a good reason. Ophiuchorus does not belong in this deck. Ophiuchorus doesn't belong in any deck. It belongs in limited, and that's fine. And you can make the argument that maybe it's okay for epic troublemaker control or non-epic troublemaker control, rather, but that's about as far as I'd stretch that.
Is the objective just to have a troublemaker?
Kind of, I think.
I mean, if the objective is just to have a troublemaker, then wouldn't just one Grogar be more useful than Ophiuchorus?
Sure, because then you can just find your Winterzilla or even find another Grogar, right? If the whole idea is just to run troublemakers that can either provide disruption or can remove cards from your deck, yeah, Grogar is just a better choice.
Or Izzy, the Izzy Troublemaker. I mean, I'm not sure what specifically you would be naming with Izzy, but
Well, what is this? Okay, so 6/0 and non-epic, so you could confront underneath it if you had to.
Yeah, but you can do the same thing with Izzy as well. And Izzy's giving you combo protection, which is huge.
Izzy's
But
also
maybe we
worth
should-
2 points.
Yeah, but ideally, you're never going to actually run that risk. You're playing pink here with, I mean, admittedly only Chaos Magic Blast right now, but you also have Comet, I guess, for replacing problems immediately.
you also have Discord.
Okay, there are 2 Miracle miscounts here. We've got Say Hello. We've got Party Science, that's fine. Stunning Expose for drawing, sure. Method, okay. Alright, so the problem deck is fine.
Okay, so let's start by getting rid of that.
Ophiutorus, go. I don't think you need 3 copies of Comet, because even if the problem replacement is exceptionally important for you, Comet is a friend, and your main is Izzy. Just get him back.
And you've also got Discord, so you've got 2 friends that can blow up problems at immediate speed.
That's a great point.
And both are this card, and both have additional costs to them. So they end up being the same. So three tokens to have a friend for a while, and then blow up the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Discord's much worse for you, in fact, because Discord banishes himself. Can't even get him back.
Yeah, but you can find a problem with him.
Yeah.
And you can split the cost across. Well, you can do the same thing with Comet too, I suppose.
Yeah. And Comet's also hasty, so if you have to, you can go faster. I might actually go the other way there. It depends on whether or not you need the problem search.
What? Just drop the Discords? Yeah, it's a fair
focus
point.
on the Comets, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You want to go rack of Comets and get rid of the Discords, or maybe like
Yeah.
3 and 1. But you got to mess with the numbers here because Discord also, like, yes, you can spread the cost. That's fine. And I don't think you're going to have entry problems, so that's fine. He's also small.
No, I'm with you on that. 3 and 1 is fine.
3 Comets, 1 Discord. Okay. So now we've got a little bit of card space.
I don't want more removal.
We still have... Okay, mono pink. What's our cost histogram look like here? Sure.
It's a little expensive.
Well, the snack stand's there. And you're obviously going to pick pink, so okay.
Same title.
What is the Get Prepared doing in here? Is this out of fear that we're not going to get Izzy flipped?
That's part of it. It also cantrips for itself and puts a card in discard to help her flip. So, like, it's not bad.
I mean, if we're doing that, can we run where is that?
I kind of like Get Prepared better over
How about
Patagia.
How about Surprise Party Notes instead of Get Prepared?
Surprise Party. What are we starting with for a problem? We're not starting with Buckball, so we can't run Surprise Party Notes.
Okay, so you're specifically using this for like bootstrapping. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Get Prepared would be enough to just include Rocktorate, or do you think the Rocktorate idea is a little too greedy?
Well, the biggest issue with Rocktorate is that it has 3 wrecks, so Get Prepared does nothing.
You got to have both of them.
So you would probably need a rush for that.
Yeah, you need to be using Rush or you need to use Ray of Hope. And Ray is completely fine. Like, if we want to talk about just getting off color, Ray is spectacular with Izzy. But it doesn't do the thing that Get Prepared does in filling your discard pile, drawing deeper into your deck, and allowing you to play any of your 3-rec cards on turn 1. Like, okay, not on turn 1, but if you're going second, right, you can play a Get Prepared into Still Partying, and that's very rude. We do have 3 Professor of Laughters in here, right? And we've got 3 Still Partyings. So we've got some dismissal when the game comes down late. I kind of want to drop something. How many cards do we have to play with right now? 3?
Yeah.
I want to add some copies of Whole New You. Which is a pink event. So that we can find extra Pinkie Pies if we have any Pinkie Pie in play. And make them cheaper. Because that will work with Professor of Laughter or Still Partying for finding either one.
How many you want? You want 2?
I think 2 is fine. And can we find one more card to drop 1 copy of? Maybe Splatapulted? We don't need 3. We don't need 3 of every resource that's like a utility card here.
What are you trying to add?
I want 1 copy of Windy in here. At least 1. 2 would be nice. But 1 I would settle for.
Okay. I'm all right.
Right.
I'm down with a Splatapult for a couple of Wendy's.
I think that's probably fine. Can we find 1 more card so we can bring Pinky Sense up to 3 where it should be?
Maybe Whoa Nelly.
Yeah, just drop 1 Whoa Nelly. We don't have anything. We don't have anything that's synergizing with filling to our hand limit right now.
What is Whoa Nelly doing in here anyway?
She's increasing hand limit, but I guess there's not really a reason for it, right?
This is also really expensive.
Well, she's only increasing the hand limit while she's in the discard pile. She's discard fodder. But yeah, no, we don't need Whoa Nelly here.
Well, yeah, because you have to look at this as if you're never going to play this, you don't care about the top ability, you only care about the bottom ability. Can you do anything else that does that?
Like, what increases the hand limit? I mean, we already have it on the problem with Mirror Pool no scout.
Yeah, but it's like if this card's sole purpose in here is to get thrown into the discard for what I'm going to call a marginal benefit.
Sure.
This is not is not a meme list. This is a competitive list. Like we gotta be mean here.
I kind of want to see Honorary Yak in here if possible.
You think we'll be? Yeah, I mean, if we drop far enough on cards, right, it would be nice.
Get rid of the Wonellies.
I wish there was an easier discard outlet besides Pinky Sense, but I mean, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
We get Pinky Sense and Minuet, but Minuet's going to be drawing. And beyond that, we're just kind of playing, right? So.
Okay, Pinky Sense up to 3, 1 card.
We have 1 card left. Ivory wants to see an Honorary Yak. I don't disagree. Honorary Yak is a good card.
She is trolling me right now because everything about this is pink and then it's just like, wait, why is it orange?
Because she's orange.
But she looks pink.
It's because the stage lighting.
I think I'm okay with just one honorary yak in there. You're not going to need it every time, but if your opponent is playing a control deck that's really going to be building up card advantage, then yeah, I can see that being useful. We got some events.
Isn't
We
there...
got some extra disruption.
Well, what are we doing?
Do you think it's worth having 3 dodgy shopkeepers if you're only running 3 troublemakers?
I think the plan here is you're not aiming to hit dodgy shopkeep in a single turn. I think the plan here is you're doing dodgy shopkeep over 2 turns with like friend event and then friend event.
I see.
Yeah,
Which,
because we only have 2 troublemakers right now, and that's also all of our resource removal, I think.
no, we've got a full rack of silver streams in here.
Oh, bucket silver stream. Okay.
Do you really need that much resource protection in this?
I mean, maybe. There's a lot of resources in core that are kind of irritating.
That had the same like tone as unhealthy power dynamic.
Yeah, it sure did. Do we need that many? No, probably not. What are the troublemakers we have here? We've got 1 Grogar and 2 Winterzillas.
No, we didn't have the Grogar back.
We don't need the Grogar in there. We just got the 2 Winterzillas. That's fine.
That's it.
That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Smells like treaty violations to me.
Chaos Magic Blast. I know this one. Spontaneous Song and Dance. Whole new you. Get prepared. I mean, the actual answer here is to bring Get Prepared up to 3 and then find a way to put 2 copies of Canterlove Factory in here because, you know, dumb cards are dumb.
Because dumb card, yeah.
Drop the splatulated.
Oh, we could drop Splatapulted.
Or splatapulted, whatever. You know what I meant.
I know what you meant.
The Spatulated is a different card. That's the one where Glimmer starts smacking the Crayola bugs with the fly swatter.
Splatulated.
Spatulated. Smacking with the spatula.
That's fair. I smell a prize wheel 5 card.
Accidentally some art. Do you want to do it? Dumb card is dumb.
So, before we do it, do we actually benefit enough from this to justify it?
We also we don't even need to get an extra Get Prepared because we've got 2 Patagiums here, and Patagium can, well, no, we do want the...
That's dangerous.
That's greedy.
Yeah, I know.
That's way too greedy.
Yeah.
Why are the Patagiums in here anyway?
To hit Unity requirement, but we don't need to because we'll have Spontaneous Song and Dance and we have enough pink. Like, it's fine. We can ditch the Patagiums. Let's just ditch Patagium and add a 3rd Get Prepared and ditch the Splatapultids and run Canterlove because I think we're going to get more card draw out of Canterlove than we are out of Splatapulted.
You want a full 3?
No. How many cards are we at now?
50.
We're at 50 exactly?
So we can get it? Alright.
I think so. Ivory. Oh wait, no, we're at 51. No, we can't be at 51. We have to draw to nothing.
We're 50.
Oh, we're at 50 with 3. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, the Splatapult is gone. We're at 3 Canterloves.
Okay.
All right, hold on, stop.
Hold on.
Let's look.
We only really need one of them, and we can get it back with Misty. Or with Izzy, so no, we only need 2, which means we can draw 1 copy of something else.
Okay, so you wanna go to 2 Canterloves?
I'm gonna go to 2 Canterloves. Okay, so I do like.
Now, keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with going with 49 cards here.
I know, but I think Ivory brings up a good point in that Splatapulted is also going to be providing a decent amount of value because it's going to be shutting things off of face-offs and it can draw more cards in an individual instance of itself than Canterlove can.
Right.
What if we just run 1 copy of Splatapulted and run 2 copies of Canterlove, right? Am I barking up the wrong tree here, Ivory? Help me out.
Do we... Let me look at these cards. So, We knocked Discord down to 1.
Okay,
Correct.
let's go back to
We
the
have 3
overview here.
comets.
You going back to overview? Okay, here we are.
There's some cards that you can't see.
I almost wonder if we need to either take a Discord or take a comet out and keep Splatapulted at 2. But I'm not sure if... Because they're there for protection, right? So...
The Splatapulted?
No, the comet and Discord.
Yeah, they're there for protection. 2 Windies. To add an honorary, yeah.
I'm so glad we got rid of Patch for Comet.
You like Comet more?
I like Comet more. He's a goofball.
Comet is a good.
Comet is better. Patch is a no-name character with no dialogue.
But he made a meme face once.
And then he did nothing ever again.
We put ponies on cards for much less than making a meme face once.
Oh boy. Do we want to bring Comet down to 2?
Maybe the Cantor Love is actually just a bad idea.
You think so?
I don't know. I'm going back and forth on. I like what Splatapulted is able to do, but I've seen Cantor Love do stupid things, so I want to include it.
Right?
I also am not entirely convinced that you need that many problem-changing friends.
Especially since we can bring him back. You want to just bring Comet down to 2, and we'll leave Discord at 1. That way we have a method of searching up Mirror Pool if we need to.
For the Splatapulted?
Yeah, and leave Splatapulted at 2. Because it can be nice if your opponent has a big friend, or, you know...
You really like it if your opponent has a big friend.
Yeah. Even if you're hitting it on a 3, it's not the worst thing in the world. Oh wait, it's printed power, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that does work nicely with Patagium, I will admit. I like that, Tom.
But it has to be on an opposing character.
Yeah.
Ah, dang, you're right. Okay. I don't like Splatapulted. It's not...
You think we should just drop it entirely?
No, I'm fine with 1 as a toolbox. I like Izzy toolbox control. That's fine. But I want to run something. You know what? Let's... angry.
Like the downside here is that this isn't hasty, so you can't use it for immediate speed disruption. You have to predict what's going to be valuable and then hope that they don't just choose to blow the friend that it's on up. So I think, like, the way I guess I'm looking at this is you can use this, but you have to essentially use this just for its draw. You're never going to use the other stuff on it.
Yeah, and that we can do better is the thing.
Can we? Yeah.
Then let's
Okay.
let's just drop it entirely and find something else.
Want to run more Eager?
Wait, do we have Eager?
We have 3 Pipsqueaks, but we can run Silver Streams or Lyras. Let's run Lyras.
Okay. The Splatapulted.
Let's just put in 2 Lyras. Because Eager's dumb.
Oh, but the cost though.
Yeah, we're not paying the cost. We're using the second ability.
Just cheat her in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Animoy's favorite tactic in the mono purple combo list with Bright House. It's just, I'm going to draw her anyway. I'll just pay 1 and get more draw. It's a valid point. All right, we'll drop the Splatipulted. And what else do we need to? What else do we need to drop? Did we drop a comment? What did we take out? I don't remember.
we're to
We
2
took
on
a-
comets.
Yeah,
We
we
took
took
one
a comet out.
And then run 2 lines. Okay, sure. And the problem deck is fine.
I don't think we've touched the problem deck at all.
Say hello to my little friend is fine. Miracle Miscount's good. Party Science is great. Stunning Expose, sure. It's card draw and method overacting, because I guess.
So, being annoying, expanding hand size, sure. Making stuff cheaper.
This does have a lot more one-ofs than I would normally be okay with.
Well, it's a combo list that's intended to be full competitive. I'm gonna be honest, if I don't see random one-ofs in a combo list that's intended to be competitive, I'm going to be suspicious.
It's also worth noting, this deck currently has no protection for Pinky, right? We should be fitting Golden Parachute in here somewhere, or changing over some of the Winterzillas to Izzy Moonbows instead. But I think the Parachute's just the easier plan. But whatever. You can figure it out, Tom.
Because the parachutes are coming down to what do you want to kick out for it?
Probably honorary yak? Question
Yeah.
mark?
You would probably have to kick out Honorary Yak and maybe 1 Snack Stand.
Yeah, I like Snack Stand. It's cheap. We need to stay cheap.
I
Maybe
like not losing my win condition better.
How about kicking out a Dodgy?
Yeah.
Where's our golden parachutes? We have room for 2 of those.
Yeah, you definitely only need 2.
Let's kick out a Dodgy and the honorary yak, and we'll run 2 parachutes and just call it a day.
Yeah, because you will of course find those, and those will get into your discard.
Right.
And I don't think you'll have problems finding fuel for them.
No, I think you will be okay. Unless your opponent has allowed you to keep your Canterlove in play for the entire game, at which point, like, why are you still playing? You've won the game. Congratulations. You did everything you possibly wanted. And hey, look, the list is still invitational legal. Technically.
Let's see here. Yep. Still says it's legal. Whether that, well, I guess that doesn't matter at this point, but that's amusing. And I don't know what else Tom is running, so we can't say whether it's legal in their overall submissions. But, okay, there.
Okay. Here we go.
So we haven't touched the problems at all. Just messed around with the draw deck.
Yeah. But the draw deck's where a lot of the combo's gonna live or die.
Really?
Yeah. Unless you're Hithrock.
Unless you're Hithrock, I'm pretty sure that that's kind of a, like, tautological statement.
Yeah, okay. Hey, sometimes combos can die because your opponent tutors into not equal or else. Gosh, why can't I remember the name of the problem now? Help me. Help me.
Is
What
it the
called?
one that says you can't score more than 3 points?
Yes, that one. What is it called? It is called Equalist Propaganda. I was close.
Exceptionalism is a lie. In sameness there is peace. Choose equality as your special talent.
Reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold. Buy!
Wrong show.
Everything in life exists without purpose, prolongs itself out of weakness, and dies by chance.
I don't remember where that one's from.
It's from like an 18th century philosopher.
Checks out. Anyway, thank you everyone for hanging on with us for a late stream, but this was fun. Hopefully we do it again soon. If you keep submitting deck lists for the content.
We do have more that we didn't have time to get to, so we'll surely at least do this at least for part of a stream.
Yep.
So here's the problem. All right, so we need to start by removing everything other than Pip.
Don't get people submitting meme lists. We already had to curate the document with that. You can submit meme lists if you want. It's fine. We'll give you your 5 minutes of
Oh, we're
fame.
not even going to give you 5 minutes. You'll get like
You might get 30
15
seconds on some of these, and that may only be because we have to do the bit.
Yeah. Anyway, that will wrap up our discussion on this topic for today. The next time, we'll be chatting about BabsCon and what we're going to be thinking.
Yeah, come to BabsCon, I guess, but...
Come to BabsCon. Come play CCG. If you're looking for something to do Saturday evening, come play CCG.
Or Friday evening. We also have a panel. We also do have a panel. Sunday, we'll have a schedule up here very soon, so you can all see. We would like to give a big shout out to all our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your regular support. If you aren't currently a patron and you enjoy what we do, please consider donating. Doing so enables us to continue making content like this and lets you earn some great perks as a bonus. If you have comments or questions you'd like to send our way, feel free to reach out to us through Facebook, Twitter, or email. If you're a patron, you can also chat live with us on Slack, any day, anytime. Finally, if you're looking to watch any of our previous videos, including tournament recordings, you can find them on our YouTube channel, linked just below the stream. With all that said, thank you to each and every one of our viewers, both here now and watching this recording later. We are, as always, Commentary is Magic. I'm, as always, Grand Paws. Big Cheese is here in spirit.
I'm Pancake and very melty. And?
I'm lost in the void of Final Fantasy XIV. Save me.
Do you really want saving, though?
No.
Okay.
Good answer. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.